Today we're going to be talking about a question that we're asked all the time. What's the difference between a CDD and an HOA? Stay tuned for that information, but before we go, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and please click the little bell so you're notified of all of our upcoming videos. I'm Lisa Carroll.
And I'm Maria Nager. We're with Mahar & Associates, Tampa Team TLC. And today we're going to talk about CDDs, what they are, and what the difference is between a CDD and an HOA.
Yes.
So CDD, first of all, stands for Community Development District. And what that is when the developer first came in and put in the infrastructure of the curbing, the street lights, the sewers, they took a pretty big bond or loan from the state. They then take that and pass it out amongst all of the homeowners in the community, kindly enough, and that is according to the size of your home and your lot. Now, a CDD is paid in your property taxes, so you don't have to worry about when do I pay it, when does it due, how much is it. It's going to be taken right out and be paid with your taxes. Now, they do vary in community. Sometimes the CDD may be high, and other times it may be lower. It depends. The other issue with a CDD is when it's paid out, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gone, because a portion of that CDD is still going to be paid to maintain the facilities. So if you live in a community that has a big amenity center with a pool and tennis courts and basketball courts, that CDD may be bigger and it may take a little bit longer to pay off, because with the bond portion, if the amenity center needs a new roof or the tennis courts need to be resurfaced, those things are what's paid out of the CDD
and
as well.
The staff. There's a lot of staff involved that has to be paid as well. So all those things, a lot of times the CDD will go on indefinitely. It may lower at some point, but it's not likely to go away completely unless there's not a lot of infrastructure that was built.
Right. Some communities just have a pool. Yeah. So you may still have a CDD, but it may not be as large as one that has all the amenities.
Exactly. So then the question comes, so what's the difference between that and an HOA?
So an HOA stands for Homeowners Association, and that is basically comprised of homeowners within the community. There's a president, a vice president, a treasurer, and a secretary. They usually hold meetings monthly, and they discuss not only the budget of the community, but they also make sure that the community residents are keeping up with the declarations and the covenants of the community. So that means you may not be able to park your car on your front lawn, or you may not be able to put your trash can out and leave it there for 3 days. If you want to paint your house, you have to get permission for an approved color.
It varies from community to community what the rules and regulations are for that community. Some of them have really, really strict HOAs, and they enforce them and you'll get fined. It's really meant to upkeep the standards of the community so that the community still looks beautiful. But other communities have an HOA and it's very inactive and they really don't have a lot of rules and regulations, but maybe they just collect a fee to maintain the front little sign in front of the community. So they can vary from very strict to very lax.
Now, the other thing with an HOA is sometimes they're paid monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. So it is definitely separate from your mortgage payment. And you will probably like living in an HOA again because, like Lisa said, it helps to really keep the aesthetics of the community up. You want to make sure that people's driveways are power washed, and again, that they're not parking their cars on the front lawn and doing, mechanic work.
It really depends though, because we get asked a lot of times for homes that are not in a CDD or an HOA, because people want to avoid the fees and they want to have the freedom and the luxury to do whatever they want on their property. So if that's you, those communities are available in our area as well. Both are. So we have probably more HOAs than CDDs, and probably more non-HOAs and non-CDDs than anything, because if you look at the main part of Tampa, most of it does not have an HOA or a CDD.
But also, again, that's because they're not like a maintained community where they're gated, or it's called a master plan community, which we discussed in one of our other videos, where it's all inclusive. So if you just own a 3-acre lot
or a house in Seminole Heights, those places don't have these fees.
Correct.
And you're pretty much free to do what you want, with the exception of violating some county ordinances and stuff like that. So there is a lot of opportunity for both HOA, CDD, or non. But there are some communities that have both a CDD and an HOA. So
Right.
There's all kinds of communities available.
So speaking of new construction, check out our new videos on Winding Ridge and also why you need a realtor when buying new construction. So again, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell. Thanks so much for watching, and ciao for now.
Cheers.
Cheers.